Hey everybody, it's me, David, back with update day 4. Last couple of days I've been mentioning a slowly increasing amount of pain over the eye teeth area, or the canines. And in the other blogs, they talk about, getting the sore spots there, and it's very common. Why do you get sore spots there? Well, I'm going to put up a pic right here that shows a portion of a skull and tooth. That is a canine tooth that's being pointed at, and the circled area shows that there's a bump of bone material. The canine teeth are large and long, and it requires a protrusion, more bone material there for them to set into. So you've got this, bump of bone right there. And when they take the impression, that impression is really tight around that bone, and it's bigger at the bottom than at the top. So when it gets up there, it fits, really tight. So when they make your denture and you slide it in, the top part kind of scrapes the gum as it goes in. Not only that, but if you're using adhesive or you got swelling and it's the denture sitting lower than it's supposed to, you've got that ridge pushing in on that bone and the gum that's in that material. So yeah, that's why it almost always happens there. I do have 2 pics to show you what what they look like. It's a little bit gross, but I'll put them back up here. They're little white spots, and mine were right kind of like on the back side of the bone where the protrusion is. And they were getting pretty painful. In fact, last night when I went to put them in to go to sleep, they were painful enough that I was worried that if I put them in, that they would cause even more pain tomorrow. I mean, really get bad. So I decided not to. I took them back out, I rinsed them, and I put them in water to soak. I was a little worried about sleeping without the denture because I still have my own teeth in the bottom, just like Matt does. But I'm a grinder, and I was so worried that in the middle of the night, maybe I'd have a dream or whatever, and I start grinding his teeth up into that sore gum and cut open the stitches and be like bleeding everywhere. I was really kind of worried about that. Excuse me. But when I tried to manually get my lower teeth up there to touch the gum, I couldn't do it. I mean, I could, but it took a lot of effort. So I kind of figured if I can't do it by really pushing hard, it's not going to happen accidentally. And I was right. I slept fine. I didn't touch them at all. No problems. So I just took the dentures with me to the affordable dentures to have them adjusted. There were like 22 people in the waiting room at 10 o'clock. But I only waited about half an hour. They took me in. I met with a technician. And she took a look and said, yeah, you definitely have, 2 sores starting up there over your canines. So she went around the corner and used a little bit of Dremel tool. And just took out a little bit of material of that bump that normally would fit in behind that little socket. She gave them to me. I tried them in, and man, it's night and day. They slid in right. They didn't hurt the sore spots going in. When they laid against them, there was just a little bit of pain initially, but that subsided almost immediately, and they felt awesome. They really felt awesome. I told her I felt one more little area right here in the front that I could just tell it was touching, and a little hard. Took it out, fixed it, put it back in. Perfect. Everything was just perfect. What I did notice, though, is that this is day 4. The denture is starting to get a little looser fitting because my gums had the swelling had gone down. She called over the dentist. He took a look at everything, said I was healing really, really well, and that I might want to consider coming in 1 week from today to have my first reline, which would be, 10 or 11 days in instead of 2 weeks. I'll tell you what I think my secret is. I iced a lot. From the time I got home from the extractions, I was iced almost all the time. I used a little trick where I put a little sandwich bag of ice, slip it into a sock, and then I wet the side of the sock so that the coolness can come through. But that sock acts as an insulator, and it keeps it from getting too cold to where it's painful. So I kept it iced, I mean, almost non-stop for the first 24 hours, and then a lot even the second day, and some the third day. It is very important because swelling is easier to prevent than it is to reduce. And once you have swelling there, that extends the time it takes to excuse me, to heal. So I think that's my secret. I don't know. After the dentist left, the technician went on to give me some tips here. I asked her about Benzodin. I said, you know, is that a good thing to do? And she said that if you are having a lot of pain, yeah, go ahead. You take it, you spread it on the inside of the denture, and not only does it numb, but it also acts a little bit as an adhesive. She said, but however, if you don't need it, don't use it. Because after only 2 or 3 days, that product can actually irritate the gums and work against you in the healing process. She also said that once you are able to, once you feel comfortable, you can take your finger and massage your gums all around, inside and outside. And once it's healed enough, you can use your finger on the actual bottoms and use a brush as well. That will help stimulate blood flow throughout the gum, and that will increase the healing as well. So yeah, things went really well. I'm very pleased with how they feel now. I mean, before when I went to put them in, they go, eek, and they'd be painful, and then they'd be painful for about 2 or 3 minutes. Now, I put them in, I might like bump into a sore spot, like, oh, perfect, beautiful. On the way home, I called my mother, and I told her that I would stop by with a sandwich for dinner. She's 83. She has dentures. And I had told her about that I was considering having this done, but I didn't tell her I actually started. She's the kind that would worry a lot. Oh, are you in a lot of pain? You know, is there something I can do? And she would just worry about it. Bless her heart. And so I didn't tell her about it. I just showed up with a sandwich, and I handed her a sandwich, and then I started smiling. And I was kind of laughing, and she looked up at me real quick and wasn't sure what was up. She looked down, and you saw the light bulb go off in her head. She goes, "You got your teeth!" And she was so excited, and I was too, because she recognized it almost immediately. She said they're beautiful, they look great. She goes, I just knew something was different. So yeah, that was really cool. And then the last thing I'll leave you with is that when I went to pick up her sandwich, I had a coupon for buy one get one. So I got her a 1/4 pounder, and I got this Big Mac. And I think you know where I'm leading with this. I had a whole Big Mac. Yeah, I had used some Secure on the right side where it already healed from a previous extraction, months ago, and then also on the palate. And the left side, kind of, I could tell it was moving over here, but I very carefully, no way I could bite, but I very carefully cut everything up into small bite-sized chunks. And I couldn't take the whole 3 or 5 layers of 2 meat and 3 bread, but I'd take a couple layers at a time, and I just lay it back there between the two and slowly, carefully chew and swallow and drink. And I did okay. It wasn't a pleasant experience because it was very tedious, but yeah, I needed a little something, you know. So I ended up eating an entire Big Mac my 4th day of dentures. So I am so excited about getting healed up enough that I can use to Secure across the entire denture. That stuff rocks. No doubt in my mind, that rocks. Now, I haven't tried anything else, so I can't really compare it. But Suzanne swears by it. And for that reason, Krissy started using it and swears by it. They use other products as well, but once that's in there, oh my gosh, I know when I use it on the entire denture, they will be there for good, and I will be able to eat anything I want, pretty much. So I'm really tickled and looking forward to that. I guess that's it for tonight. Again, day 4. I don't know if I'll do one tomorrow. It just really depends on the process. I will tell you, I am taking a picture up in the mouth without the denture, showing the extractions, each socket, and I've done this every day since the extraction. And eventually, I'll put a little video together showing the progression, day of day of day of day of day, showing how it's healing. It's kind of gross, but hey, I'm a guy. We can dig that. All right, well, thanks for watching, and I'll get back with you really soon. Oh, if you have any questions, please leave it at the bottom of any of the videos. I will be more than glad to maybe do a video answering some, the best that I can, or at least provide you with some of the information that was passed on by some of the other bloggers. So have a great night.